The next question is the diagonals of a rectangular field is 60 meter more than shorter side. If the longer side is 30 meter more than the shorter side, find the sides of the field. I will read the question again. The diagonals of a rectangular field. So rectangular field. So the shape we can identify as rectangle, and the first sentence itself mentions about the diagonal of a rectangle is, instead of s we can put equal to 60 meter more. 60 meter more means 60 plus than the shorter side. So there is a shorter side, and it is said that diagonals of a rectangular field in a diagonal shorter side നെക്കാട്ടിൽ 60 meter കൂടുതലാണ്. റെക്റ്റാങ്കുലർ ഫീൽഡിൻ്റെ ഡയഗണൽ ഷോർട്ടർ സൈഡിനെക്കാട്ടി 60 meters കൂടുതലാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് സെക്കൻഡ് സെൻറ്റൻസ്, ഇഫ് ദ ലോങ്ങർ സൈഡ് ഇസ് 30 meter more than the shorter side, that means longer side is 30 more than, that means 30 plus shorter side. Find the sides of the field. So we have to find actually the sides of the field. Till the last question I told that we have to stress about what we have to find. Here we have to find the sides of the field. So anyway, we identified the shape as a rectangle. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. What's the specialty of a rectangle? There are 4 sides. Opposite sides are equal. Both opposite sides are equal, and each angle is 90 degree. And in the sentence, the first word itself mentions about the diagonal. So I'm going to draw a diagonal, and I'm naming the rectangle as A, B, C and D. Okay, and what is it? What are all said there? We have to find the sides of the field. That means we have to find both the sides, length and breadth we have to find. So we are not going to assign the variables one side as x and the other side as y. Instead, we will go with the question. What is question? The first sentence relate diagonal and the shorter side. Okay, and the second sentence relate longer side and the shorter side. The first sentence relates diagonal and the shorter side, and the second sentence relate longer side and the shorter side. So what is common in both the sentence? It's a shorter side, isn't it? So shorter side of this rectangle, which will be the shorter side? Either it can be AD or it can be BC. So I am taking BC as my shorter side, and I am going to give the variable x for BC. So I am taking xBC as x centimeter or x units, whatever it is. Here it is given in meter, so x meter. So I am taking the shorter side as x meter. Again, using this x, read the first sentence. The diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meter more than the shorter side. Shorter side we took as x. So 60 meter more than the shorter side means it is 60 plus x. Okay, what is that 60 plus x? Diagonal. So here if I am taking AB as a diagonal, DB as a diagonal, DB is 60 plus x. Okay, again, what about the next sentence? If the longer side, which is the longer side here, either it can be AB or it can be DC. Since I am taking this side, I am taking my longer side as CD. Longer side is 30 meter more than the shorter side. Shorter side we took as x. So 30 meter more than the shorter side means it is 30 plus x. What is that 30 plus x? It is the longer side. So here it is 30 plus x. Okay, so first we took the shorter side as x, and it is given that diagonal was 60 meter more than the shorter side. We took the diagonal as 60 plus x, and the longer side is given as 30 meter more than the shorter side. So we took as 30 plus x. Okay, again, this is, if I'm not taking the full rectangle, I'm just taking BCD. What is that? BCD? BCD is a triangle. More than a triangle, it's a right triangle. Why? Each angle of a rectangle is 90 degrees. So obviously angle C is 90 degree, and BCD will be a right triangle with angle C as 90 degree. If it is a right triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Base square plus altitude square is equal to hypotenuse square. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square, which is the hypotenuse here, BD. So we can write BD square, hypotenuse square is equal to, which is a base here, CD, CD square plus, and which is the altitude here, BC, BC square. Okay, so which implies, what is BD from the figure? BD is 60 plus x. So BD square will be 60 plus x, the whole square, is equal to, what is CD? CD is 30 plus x. So CD square will be 30 plus x, the whole square, plus what is BC? BC is x, so BC square will be x square. Again, the only thing is you have to simplify to make this equation a quadratic equation and solve the equation. Okay, so what about the left side? Left side is of the form a plus b the whole square. So expand 60 square plus 2ab. This is a square plus 2ab. 2ab means 60 into x into 2, which gives you 120x plus x square. B square is equal to, here this term is also of the form a plus b the whole square. So 30 square plus 30 into x into 2. 30 into x into 2 gives you 60x plus x square plus again this x square is there, x square. Okay, so like terms are there on both sides. So one x square gets cancelled. Collect each and every term to one side. So I am going to collect all terms to the right side. So left side will be 0 is equal to, there is only one x square of all the 5 terms. So I am writing x square. There is a 60x on the right side, 60x. And here there is 120x. If we take it to the right side, it will become minus 120x. Again on the right side the constant is 30 square. 30 square is 900, and from the left side 60 square will go to the right side and it will become negative. 60 square is 3600. Okay, so again writing the quadratic polynomial x square. What about the 60x minus 120x? It is minus 120x. Sorry, minus 120x plus 60x will give you the answer minus 60x. And what about this 900 minus 3600 minus 2700 is equal to 0. So now we have getting a quadratic equation, x square minus 60x minus 2700 is equal to 0. Now solve this quadratic equation either by using the formula or by factorization or by completing the square. So I am going to apply the formula. X is equal to, formula is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So this is equal to minus b, minus of minus 60 plus or minus, so we will calculate b square minus 4ac separately. So b square is minus 60 the whole square minus 4 into a is the coefficient of x square which is 1 and c is minus 2700. So 60 square is 3600 plus what about 27 into 4? Just multiply and see 27 into 4, 7 4 is 28, 4 2 is 8, 108 and again 2 zeros are there, 10800. What is the sum? 10800 plus 3600. So 0, 0, 6 plus 8 is 14, 4, 1. So it is 14,400. Okay, so here we will get root of 14,400 divided by 2 into a is 1. In this 14,400, there is a pair of 0. When a pair of 0 comes inside the square root, we can take 1 0 outside. For example, if 100 comes inside the square root, we know the square root of 100 as 10. So if 2 zeros comes inside the square root, after taking the square root, what will be the number of zeros? 1. So if 4 zeros are there, what will be the number of zeros when taking the square root? There will be only 2 zeros. Okay, same way, here there are 2 zeros. So while taking the square root, we will get only 1 0. And the balance portion is 144. We know the square root of 144. What is the square root of 144? 12. So the square root of 14,400 is very simple. It is 1. 12 is 140, square root of 144 is 12 and square root of this double 0 is single 0. So the answer will be 120. Okay, so what we will get is minus of minus 60 is 60 plus or minus 120 divided by 2. So split the value, x is equal to 60 plus 120 by 2 or x is equal to 60 minus 120 divided by 2. 60 plus 120 is 180 by 2 which gives you 90 or x is equal to minus 60 by 2 which is minus 30. It is rejected. Do you know the reason? What was x? X was the length of the shorter side of the rectangle. So that side cannot take the negative value. So this is rejected. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 90 meter. Okay, and what was our question? Question was to find the sides of the field. Which are the sides? One side is x and we got as 90 meter and the second side was 30 plus x. So you have to write as the last answer, sides are x comma 30 plus x which is equal to x is 90 comma 30 plus 90 which is equal to 90 meters and 120 meters.